Kyle, and you're the guy you use Sift, and then like we started educating the whole follow up with not interesteds, and like within the first couple months of using Sift, you ended up pulling like 3 deals from not interested, like probates or something like that. Was that
Yeah,
you?
that's right. That was in 2023 when I first started in like September.
Has it been that long? It's been a whole year since then. You made
Yep.
two. You ended up taking that and did 210 last year.
Yeah, we do first to market probates, and I think we made right around 210,000. And I just looked at my expenses the other day for my accountant and my taxes, and I spent like 5,300 bucks or something like that.
Dude, what? Wait, what market are you in again?
St. Louis.
This can happens every time, y'all. I think like I'm gonna come in like, yeah, I'm gonna show them how I'm making like 350 net from 60 grand. And everyone, but dude, that's sick, dude. So
Yeah, it's
wait,
awesome, but I
what's your
haven't
team like now, dude?
just myself. I have a VA that pulls my data from me straight from the county every day. So we pull the list every single day. But yeah, just myself, cold calling. I don't even send text
H-
messages or
How
anything.
many how many of those are listings versus wholesales or
Those
flips
were
and
all
stuff?
wholesales last year in
All
24.
wholesale last year. So you didn't do any listings. You're 100% list wholesaling now, or do you do list too?
No,
Like
I'm not
outside
trying
of your
to
marketing, not trying to list.
not trying to do any listings now.
Bro, that's fucking awesome, dude. Congrats on that, man. What was the biggest deal out of that 210?
I think the biggest deal we closed was 56K.
Nice.
Yeah, we had
56K probate.
a couple $50,000 deals, a couple 30,000. I think the lowest one was 17.5 that we did last year. I think we did that over 7 deals.
Dude, that's fucking awesome. And how many probates are you bringing in a month right now or a week?
On average, I would say weekly that actually fit my criteria, maybe 50.
200 a month, yeah.
Yeah, somewhere
Um,
around.
so okay, between Sam, Kyle, and the other guys that mentioned those, and even Kevin, I think like one of the things that makes people they hear those numbers and stuff and they're like, oh, that's super exciting. But obviously, like your solo teams, right? You guys are just, data, and you guys are crushing it out yourself. W- What is the stress level in a fearing you're not gonna get a deal?
Well, I can speak on that. I think that it's interesting for me. I think I went all of first quarter last year without a deal. I think we closed one deal actually. And then this year I have not yet closed a deal. I've walked probably 15 houses and made 13 offers, but we have not locked anything up. So there's a little bit of a fear for when that next deal is going to come for sure.
Yeah. Okay, now let's get Sam. Sam, what do you think on that?
Yeah, I
Same
agree.
kind of principle?
It's like every month you're basically restarting, even if you have a good pipeline. You never know when it's going to hit.
Yeah.
So I just try to do it where I focus on my numbers. So if I hit my minimum dials per day, my minimum records reach per day, I know by the end of the month I'll have 1 to 2 deals under contract that are going to be 40, $50,000 wholesales. And it's just I've kept track of the data now for so long that if I just do what I'm supposed to do, the results will speak for themselves. So that'd be like another thing to like focus on if you're getting started. Just set your minimum number that you think you can do every day and just make sure you do it. And if you don't do it, you're just letting yourself down. So don't beat yourself up, but you're not going to get the numbers you're going to try to accomplish if you're not hitting your numbers on like the just daily dials type of thing. Or if you're doing direct mail, whatever it is. But um, I can only speak on the calling.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's I mean both those are really great points, right? And the reason I want to bring it up because I had a feeling like I mean both of deal volume wise, it's not maybe there's not a deal in a certain month like what you just mentioned, Kyle. But like and then you backed it up with really good points too, Sam, with the whole, make sure you hit your dials. Like the one thing is that's for certain. You just gotta always remind yourself that like the properties are gonna sell to somebody, and for every day that you don't put in the work and the numbers that you need to hit or your team doesn't, that means that again, that could have been the dials that created that one deal or that 2 deals that made the difference. The same thing is with the deep prospecting, especially with probates when you have only 200 records a month or whatever, not deep prospecting or getting a hold of that one property that does look fucked up could have been that $60,000 deal. Again, like just to go back, like the reason I brought up his is because him and I were literally just having this conversation. Like it seems as though like you get these bigger deals and um or I deep prospect and I find I get in contact with somebody and maybe like the haters will say like, well, that's lucky that you got that deal. You can't repeat it again, or you're not going to get it next year. And you may feel that yourself because of this imposter syndrome where I'm not going to get a deal again because I got lucky that that person was wanting to sell. And, but Sam really said it right when it's like, I just need to know what my deliverables need to be. And as long as I hit those deliverables and I'm doing everything else I'm supposed to be doing, it's gonna get where it needs to be. Like that's just the rule of averages, the law of number of attraction. Like all those things do actually mean something. But the days or the weeks that you get in a slump where you decide not to perform, they don't just hurt that week. They compound for weeks or if not months of you trying to catch up because you're going to miss opportunity or things are going to happen that would have been the difference maker. So all that to say, the environment and the people that you communicate with, if you get in a jam and you just don't have confidence or whatever, like that's why the community at SIF exists. Is why it's there so that you can put in there like, hey, I'm having a kind of slow week. I feel like I need to do whatever and just pull yourself out of it because every day does matter when you're an entrepreneur and you're doing this yourself. And every day that you ignore a problem, like your caller isn't performing the way that they should be, every month that you do that is $1,500, $2,000, a deal, two deals, three deals that you're now missing because they ain't doing what they're supposed to be doing, all because you're not stepping up to the plate to handle the problem that you're afraid of, which is letting them go and taking it over yourself. Right? All these things all compound into being big problems that seem as though they're just little problems and it's going to be fine. I just closed the deal. I have some runway, and then you don't close another deal, and now you're in this position, right? So